Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MLG Pro League Season 3 coverage. Maven, you just left after that heartbreaking loss there for Epsilon. I had my party hat on. I was so excited for them to win Game 5. I had to rip it off. Thoughts after that series? What do you do if you're Epsilon, man?
Jack, I don't know.
You're speechless?
They can't win a Game 5, man. That's what, 4 now?
0-4 in Season 3. If they win those Game 5s, Maven, they go from 0-6 to 4-2 in like third place.
Exactly. Like they could be like third in the league. Instead, they're in dead last because they just can't win the Game 5. And I know communication's been their issue. And yes, communication is a big part of closing out a Game 5, but I don't know where to put the blame. Is it just they don't have someone with that clutch factor?
This is nuts.
Are people getting frustrated? I don't know what it is, but I know that I'm 0-2 in picks today. I took Orbit now against Optic Nation. I may not get a single thing right today.
You know what, Maven? It's fine. This
I'm
series,
chapstick.
ON versus Orbit. The chat right now, I'm seeing people on either side. They don't really know who's going to take this one. Retreat Hardpoint starting up. Bal heavy map. Looking forward to this game, to say the least. I'm up and on board with Burns off the start. Because Burns, not the most comfortable player when rocking the Bal. Thankfully for him, this is one where he can run that sub. The host end of the game, Maven, we've already seen 2 Game 5s tonight. Think we could see 2 more?
If we have all 4 Game 5s, that'd be wild. I actually think 2's the most we've ever had tonight. I think, right?
We're here to break records on this Friday, man.
Casting, I don't think I've ever had more than 2 Game 5s.
Who needs a social life? Right?
This one potentially could. And then what's the final match of the night? I had it up a second ago.
Envy versus ISO.
Yeah, all of these have potential to go Game 5, man.
And ISO will be playing with Parasite as well.
These teams are, man.
Yep.
What'd you say?
ISO will be playing with Parasite as well.
Interesting. Instead of Llama, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to ban this person in the chat really quick. He's spamming over and over. Does anyone have a gold code? And he's extremely annoying. I think it's been.
I took care of it.
You handled it, Maven. You and I with the same mindsets, man. That's why we're the 2 smartest people on this stream right now.
In America.
And we're the only 2
Looks
people.
like we're waiting on one player right now. Looks like we have everyone. Someone just couldn't join in, I think. So we should be starting in just a moment once everybody gets switched over. But this should be an excellent series.
So, who's missing right now?
You think this would be one that Nation can take? The big thing for me is going to be the S&D battle. I don't think either of these 2 teams are particularly great respawn players, respawn teams, but they're both, in my mind, 2 of the better S&D teams. So I think those will be a real battle.
Looking at the lobby right now, I have a puzzled face, but it looks like Ivy is going to be filling in for accuracy on Orbit. I see Burns, Vicento, Happy, and Ivy's in here.
Ivy, a good young player. I casted him with relegation.
Yeah.
He really impressed me with his play, so I think he'll be able to fill in pretty well.
We'll see. All going to come down to game number 1. Absolutely expect Mochilla to go off. He's got a higher Slayer rating right now than Temp and Hook. Pretty crazy stuff. He's on my fantasy team tonight. Really looking forward to seeing where this team goes. Right now, though, still waiting for the lobby to start up. Retreat Hardpoint map number 1. Not sure of the other maps.
Just to go through it right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be ON hosting 1 and 4, Orbit 2, 3, and 5.
Okay.
Yeah, Ivy will be subbing for accuracy, and then the host bands are going to be Miracles and Burns.
Nice. Nice.
Hello, everyone in the chat, viewers at home. Hope you guys are having a great time. Sorry for the little bit of delay. If you've been watching so far tonight, you've seen 2 wild Game 5s. You've seen me actually drop my mic and walk away. I've had fun teasing Jack a little bit just about his lack of friends and girlfriends, but he's an all-around good guy. You know, if you're watching at home, ladies, if you are, Jack's one of the nicest people I've ever met. You know, he's really blown up. He's become a better caster. Never let it go to his head.
Yeah.
Just really building, getting stronger and stronger. He writes poetry.
Thank you, Maven.
Currently,
Maven.
did you get your college degree?
Maven. Prior to this starting up, we do want to take a quick look.
I'm trying to sell you to women right now.
Well, we got to look at the Vulcan scoreboard, Maven.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Here we can see right now, I am Caster 1, Mamma Mia Pizzeria. I have a beautiful lead right now at the moment over Matt's team. This is a look at Matt's team. Accuracy, Havoc, Octane, Aches, Mochilla, Happy, Hook, and Temp. On the other side of things, Temp, Hook, Jerd, Aches, Nameless, and Theory going off right now. Actually, that's Matt's team. Thank you. I was wondering why that was switched up. Right now, I'm losing to Matt, unfortunately, to say the least. There's Vulcan that shows their points so far. In this next matchup, though, Accuracy, who I had on my squad, is actually subbed out, so that's going to hurt me, to say the least. Wonder if they'll fill that in with Ivy's points. I need Ivy to go big, then. I need Ivy to go huge.
I do believe that's the ruling. I think if there's a fill-in, the points for the fill-in will be
well
able to do. But all right, here we go. Let's kick things off for Retreat.
I'm
Hard
gonna
point.
lose.
Let's go.
Hard point on Retreat already off the start. 3 straight kills for Optic Nation. Mochilla trying to chase down Happy at top dub. Facento running the Val as well as Happy for this lineup. Bose picks up a kill on Facento. Early lead going to Optic Nation.
And players to watch here, you know, you said you're going to be looking out predominantly for Moch to go big, and I'd say an S&D or Respawn. I mean, he's a pretty dominant player in every game mode. On the other side, I guess who I'm going to be looking for, really, I mean, you kind of have to have your eyes on Ivy to a degree just because he's the fill-in, so that'll be a big one for me.
Yep.
And then also Facento in the S&Ds. He's going to have to make some big plays, big play calls, as he'll be their in-game leader for that.
Off the start, Optic Nation remains in the lead after hill number 1. The rotation, though, going in favor of Orbit. Ivy just picked up a beautiful 3-piece there to stop the push from Optic Nation. Happy getting naded out. He's going to stay alive. He spots one player on the back stairs, just playing his life. He's 7-2 to start things off, Maven. If he can stay hot like that all game long, Orbit will find themselves in a good position. If you are just tuning in, TK took down TCM in game number 5. Then we just saw Epsilon lose a heartbreaking game 5 to Denial, putting them at 0-6 in the league as Burns picks up a 3-piece.
Yeah, Burns, disgusting 3-piece there. And Turtle, unfortunately, they haven't been able to turn it into any points yet. But they didn't get a single point out of that 3-piece as players able to flood right back in for Optic Nation. Still really tight, though. Just 5 points separating right now, but you do see 4 kills coming in, all blue. Orbit able to pick up some big ones. They will at least get the strap time. So it was about, I think, 12 to 15 seconds there. Give them a little bit of a lead here as we transition over.
Ricky picks up a beautiful 2-piece on the players entering the new hard point. He's going to stay alive. Optic Nation should be able to tie this one back up, but the pinch coming from top dub. Who's that over here? We're going to hop on board with Happy. See if he can spot any players, give his team the upper hand. Fortunately for him, though, everyone's already died because, well, his teammates cleared them all out.
Cento was on a 6 streak at 11-6 before he dropped, and I know he hosted game 1 the other night and went massive, but again, it's 2-3-5, I believe, right now for Orbit. So this is going to be Owen's host. Currently all tied up, 7:20 left to go right now. I was watching Moch. He was going to fall, taking a look closer to the hard point just to see what's going on in there. But, you know, a couple minutes into this, about to be 3 minutes. What stood out for you thus far, Jack?
Really what stood out for me was a strong start from Happy, now slowed down a lot. He was, I believe, 7-1 to start things off, now 9-8. Vicento, 13-9, doing some big things for his squad. They know they're going to have to rotate from this lobby area. He picks up 1 kill there on Mochilla. Mind you, this is Optic Nation's host. If Orbit could sneak this one out, Maven, this series could definitely be a 3-0.
I couldn't agree more. I'm just trying to take a look, see who's going to be the first man in to try and combat this. Is the time just coming in for Orbit. They've controlled this lower hardpoint really, really well, but just the swarm comes in for Optic. They take control so quickly, pick up 3 kills, push, ring, and able to pick up that kill as well. 6.5 left to go. Just a small lead right now for Nation. If you're Orbit, what do you need to do if you're going to take this series? How do you do it with a fill-in? You know, if you're the leader of this team, if you're the coach, you have a fill-in, maybe a last-second thing. What's your mindset going in, Jack?
Mindset going in is just Ivy trying to stay alive inside the hill. He was doing just that earlier, filling obviously a big role of accuracy on the scene. Burns there just did a dolphin dive momentarily, which was pretty interesting to see. As of right now, though, we're heading to this final hard point of the rotation. Mochilla trying to get control of the back pool area for his squad. He gets taken down there by that sub Ivy. Burns in control of the hard point. 15 seconds separating these two teams.
Said not a lot separating them at all right now. Jack Miracles, he's 18-15. He's leading the way in the slaying department right now for Optic Nation. He's going to be the one coming from the back, able to pick up a kill back steps. Streak at 2 now. Oh, I thought he was going to have a third there, but not able to win that gunfight against Burns. Time coming in right now for Nation, though. They're trying to pull a little bit away. About 30 seconds left in this hard point before we're going to reset for the second side.
Bose gets cut down by Burns. Mir trying to trade the kills. Orbit now in control. Still a 10-second difference between these two squads. So back and forth, Maven. We've seen this all night between these teams. Really evenly matched squads, honestly. And as we move into the final 5 seconds of the first rotation, storyline so far of this game, Mir and Moch doing all they can for their team. Up by 20 seconds on the other side of things, though. Pretty even stats, honestly. This could go either way. ON's host, though, definitely favors them here inside number 2 of the hills.
Just a second ago, it was absolutely even in the slaying department. No spread whatsoever between the teams.
Yep.
The score, though, bit of an advantage right now for Optic Nation. We'll see if they can continue to put on a little bit of points here in the central hardpoint. Ricky came in, able to pick up one before Ivy's able to answer back. And Ivy, the fill-in, doing pretty well right now. He's leading his team with captures. He's got 8 and 20 and 22. Doing pretty solid here so far.
Yeah, Ivy stepping up for his squad, doing all he needs to in that fill-in role. Unfortunately for him, though, Optic Nation doing a better job of chaining together their hill time. For example, on this hard point, they've already gotten just about 15 seconds on it while holding the opposing team to only about 2 or 3. Ricky staying alive inside the hill. He's just going to challenge Ivy inside towels, wins that gunfight as well. Optic Nation now up by 40 seconds, Maven. They're doing a great job of securing a map #1 win on their host. They just need to keep staying consistent.
Flipping through right now, the new hardpoint at Turtle going to be set up as Orbit. They've got a pretty good spread right now. The person watching back steps, though, has got to realize with the spawn of his teammate that no one's going to be pushing from that side. He'll refocus, watch the mid push, gets the player on top steps as well. They're going to be coming here pretty much through door and over wall. No one's really, they've actually all been pushing through door for the most part. It's made it pretty easy for Orbit to lock that down, and they've got a potential to really take a lead here if they can control it throughout, but Nation able to finally retake control. They've got a 30-point lead, and they should be able to add to it a little bit here if they can hold out for the next 20 seconds.
Ricky, the final player remaining inside this hardpoint, doing all he can to stay alive. You can see Ivy accidentally killing Happy there with the team kill. 30 seconds separating these two teams. Optic Nation looking to get this scrap time. That is a massive 30-second swing if they're able to complete that. Oh, they did just that. So, Optic Nation now up by 40 seconds instead of what would have been about 15 if Orbit got that hill.
Yeah, I think it was basically the first half of that, all Orbit. Second half, all ON. The rotation, not really favoring either team. They're battling it out right now for control, but you do see that player at the top is going to be red. So ON will have the cave spawn. They'll have the favorite spawn if they're able to break this. But really, they're just going to be able to push it over and over and over again with that favorite spawn. You can see as they're going to be spawning out kind of by backside pull right now for Orbit, trying to come back and challenge this. And did one player spawn cave?
Yeah,
what was that? Ivy did. Well, that was fortunate. Is now they're going to have the cave spawn, as I didn't really see anyone in a position to force that.
No, neither did I. I wasn't even actually paying attention to it. I was looking at Mochilla.
I saw blue guy behind all the red ones. I was like, huh?
Mochilla, 34 and 24. Miracles and Ricky both heating up. Bo's struggling at 18 and 28, but 9 captures to his name, doing all he can for the ON lineup. Burns doing a great job of breaking this hill yet again. He's 28 and 33. I'm going to hop on board with him off the respawn to see how he plays the rotation here to bottom dirt. And he dies.
And unfortunately, he will evaporate immediately.
Yeah.
But they've got a pretty significant lead here, just under 60 points right now, with just these final 2 hard points. Owen should be able to hold on to put this away. As long as Orbit can't get, I'd say, 30-ish points here, I don't think they really have a chance. With only 40 points left, this is going to be tricky to do. But right now, I mean, they still got control. You see blue, blue, blue on the kill feed. Orbit picking up kill after kill after kill. Burns, though, going to get caught. They answer back. Owen should be able to break this. One player left to beat. That was Happy trying to hold on, but they're able to take it. Up 50. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to do this.
Burns doing all he can for the Orbit lineup. 70 seconds left in the game. Orbit still finds themselves down by just shy of a minute. Pacento, 31 and 26, being that anchor for his squad, being that strong bow presence they need. They're going to get the scrap time. So we're going to head into the top art area with about 33 seconds separating these two teams. ON with early control. Orbit needs to break right now. And
taking a look, that's
not going to happen.
It's over. Not able to do it. And just for the most part, I mean, I don't know what really stood out for me the most. The killing, the slaying for the most part was pretty even early on. You saw Moch really turn up as he goes plus 14. with Miracles +6. Bows lag behind a little bit, going 22 and 36. But the slaying was relatively even throughout. But still, even when it was, Nation had a 30-point advantage. They ended up pretty much on the second side, extending that to 60. Just better
game.
Play out of Nation, rotating better, and they're able to take the win. It's got to be a little bit more difficult. I mean, you can expect Ivy to come in and get slays, but will there be maybe a little bit of confusion, who's doing what, who's going where to a degree when you have a fill-in? Yes, I think they'll start to get used to a little bit more as the series goes on.
Game number 1 going to Optic Nation. Here's your final kill cam from Mochilla. Picks up 2 kills in it, actually. 45 and 30. Prior to that game starting, I said Mochilla would be your player to watch. He did just that. Also, even though Bose struggled with the sub, Miracles did more than enough for his team at 39 and 33. If he can
sure
stay.
Did, Jack.
What happened?
He sure did.
Oh, yeah. He did all he needed to for his squad. Optic Nation taking game number 1, but Orbit has host in games 2 and 3. We'll be right back.